everybody! Thank you so much for coming to my stream earlier today, and thank you for your patience. We're gonna do your makeup readings now, so if you were here, your timestamps are gonna be in the description below, next to your name. Remember, when it comes to the future with these readings, it is subject to change. The future is ever-changing after all, and we have free will, so, trust your own discernment. You're psychic too, and I do hope that it's a positive experience. Let's see what we got coming in for all of you. I will see you there. Flammbywolf! Hi, Flammbywolf. I skipped right over you, I see. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. But that's okay. That means you get a longer, more in-depth one. You said, could I get a reading from my... Oh, I did do your reading. Oh, wait, no, that was Jeff. Sorry. Anyways, Flamby... You said, could I get a future or general reading? I've been really anxious as of late, and I need some guidance. Yeah, let's see what we have for you. Sorry, the green tripped me up. That's probably what happened on stream, seeing both of the green. I register things in colors after all. Okay, let's see what Spirit... Ooh, I love when they pop out like that. See what Spirit wants you to know about what you got going on right now. And I feel like drawing some soul cards for you. I don't know if you're a super spiritual person. It's okay if you're not. I do think you're very insightful. You have the High Priestess coming in. These are people who tend to contemplate greater things more often than not. Very intuitive as well. I'm going to draw you a few of these. But I'll explain the cards we have already in the meantime. So we have the Prince of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the High Priestess. And your energy is the Prince of Wands. Now, this is actually somebody who is very creative. And they have a lot of beautiful ideas. But I was kind of sensing that it wanted to come out reversed a little bit, but it didn't quite make it. And so you might find yourself teetering on the edge of, I got this, the world is my oyster, I have so much potential. And then also feeling like, man, everything's a waste. I don't have the money to actually do what I want. I don't have the energy to be creative. It feels like there's a little bit of a back and forth there. But overall, I do think that you are full, just brimming with really beautiful ideas. Now, the good news is that your focus right now, at least the current energy you're working with, is the Six of Swords. And this is letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You might find yourself cutting off a lot of toxicity, possibly even cleaning up your area more. And I don't know why I'm seeing you clean your computer. I don't know if you do that. That's something I need to do, dude. I see you cleaning up your computer. Getting rid of old files. I also see you cleaning your keyboard and stuff like that. And that leaves you to have so much more room to feel peaceful. Feel peaceful. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I know it's a little bit specific. I don't know why Spirit was showing that to me. Anyways, other than that, the Six of Swords does mean moving. You might be thinking about, and I mean seriously contemplating it, moving, doing something you've never done before, living somewhere you've never been before. It does feel fresh. It feels new because once again, the Prince of Wands is potential. But just know that making it a serious decision is your challenge. The Two of Wands is about choosing your path. So you might say to yourself, do I really want to go all in on this? And so we enter a time of reflection coming up soon. Your advice card from Spirit is to be optimistic. You have the most positive card in the deck. The sun represents happiness, joy, and success, but more importantly, it means illumination. So as you look at what you have, the cards that you have in front of you, and I'm talking metaphorically, the money that you have available to you, the energy, the equipment, the ideas you have, the people, the connections you have around you too, understand that there's opportunity available to you to actually bring these ideas into fruition. But it does seem like quite the venture. Just because, it feels like there's kind of a lot to do. Ooh, don't dim to fit in! Okay, so it's alright if people that you're around right now don't get the vision. They're not meant to. We have Don't Dim to Fit In. We have Star Family as well as Called. And I mean it. I see you called in a specific direction, and it does feel very creative. You know, maybe you're starting your own company. Maybe you're, I don't know, DMing for people and charging. Whatever the case is, it is very creative and expressive, and you're gonna meet your people. And it's important that you don't give up on this. You know, Spirit was telling me over and over again, hey, their soul has a message for them. And that's why I wanted to draw my spirit cards. And so I'm really glad that it really is aligning with what I saw in the tarot as well. Okay, yeah, that's what I see. Don't be anxious, you got this. Really, Spirit's saying again, you've got everything you need and you haven't made any wrong choices. So just keep going forward and choosing you and choosing what you know is best for the future that you see in your mind, because doors really are opening for you. All right, thank you, Flammbywolf. I almost said Flamby Boy. Remember that you are never alone and you are loved. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Allie, thank you for coming earlier. I hope that you like the reading we're about to do for you. You said hi. I would love a reading. Let's see what we got. We'll do a little... man, I really want to draw from my spirit deck for you too. I just feel so called to it. So I'm going to trust my intuition. Let's see what we got. What does your soul want you to know right now? And then we'll do a little pull from the tarot. Tarot's a bit more earthly. These are my soul cards. They're a bit woo-woo, but as I like to say to people, don't worry, I speak Woonies. I speak Woonies. Worry not. Okay. Ooh. We have big picture thinking, we have deep replenishment, and answer the call. Your spirit may be saying to you right now that it is a time to rest. It is a time to be at peace. Maybe you've been feeling super emotional or super just energetically drained, feeling very frazzled and a bit too empathetic, you know? Those kinds of energies are here to help you realize what the deeper messages are in your life. And I say this because of the big picture thinking. Why did you come here, you think? What can you gain from being here on Earth? What do you want to leave in your name? And do you even want to leave your name behind? What do you want to be known for in your community and in your family? And how can we live that life in a way that feels replenishing and not draining? You know, how can we have, oh my goodness, I just saw something so crazy. I just like hallucinated this turning green. Anyways, anyway, that's wild. Green represents heart healing, by the way. I feel that heart healing is happening. I see you attracting people who are more mature emotionally as well. And answer the call is here. So, you know, it could be literally, you could be noticing that people are inviting you out more, that opportunities are falling into your lap, and just know that these are going to lead you into a world where it doesn't keep taking, and into a world that like what you put in is what you get back, and you being able to actually put in passion and put in love and live a more fulfilled life. This is what I see you working with. And so, you know, if you feel called to do, look, literally the moon at the bottom. If you feel called to live life more to the fullest and you're a bit tired right now, it's okay to rest before you kind of take that leap. In fact, that's what I see you doing, having sort of like a rest period. This rest period could last anywhere from 2 to 3 months. But just know, as soon as you are done, you're taking off, you know, you're off to the races, and you are like genuinely replenished. Kind of feels like a comeback period for you. All right. I'm also seeing you want to like be in water more. You may be very much drawn to baths and pools and beaches. Allow yourself to soak it up, baby, because that is the person's like, allow yourself to soak it up, girl, because it's gonna feel so nice. Now the Prince of Cups is here, and this is a new relationship, but it can also mean a new passion that is very, very sweet and very kind, very alluring, very emotional. And I had mentioned that I feel that you're going to be attracting people who are a bit more mature emotionally, and they're happy. They're happy. And they're gonna recharge you. You know, there's someone sunny in your life coming in. It feels like a best friend that maybe we haven't been talking to in a while, or they've just been busy, but I feel that they're being reintroduced into our life. And if that's not the case, just know, like, genuinely, a sunny person is coming in. And I do feel that you and this person will have a lot of talks about your souls, your manifestations, you know, your magic, very esoteric stuff, because I'm seeing the magician, and you know the magician can also just be I'm cooking in the kitchen, I'm creating something, but the magician to me, for you, especially since we had all of this very soul-filled energy, I do see you taking more of an initiative in controlling your own magical power. And I think that the new relationships that you're making are going to prove to you just how powerful you are. You know, there's someone coming in that you no doubt manifested. But give it time. Like I mentioned, I said it before and I'll say it again. It does kind of feel like this next 2 to 3 months, we are replenishing, we're healing, we're doing some shadow work. And it won't be a fun process, but it'll be very necessary. You know, there's going to be a lot of demons. I say demons, not in like a, oh, you have demons. More so, you know, there's shadows that we need to love and understand and hold and give some of our light to, and our love and our passion. So I say passion, more so our understanding and compassion. There we go. Our compassion too. And understanding where it stems from and how we can change ourselves for the better. You know, there's a big shift happening for you, and it genuinely does start from within. And I think that our friendships are going to help us so much. Okay, that's what I see, Allie. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved, and thank you again. I really hope you liked it. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Nina! Hi, Nina. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much for getting a reading as well. You said, hi, Ron. I'm happy to have caught your stream again, but this time for tarot. May I also get a general reading? I've been going through a bad slump lately, and I'm a bit restless about bounce back from this. I hope it's okay. Thank you. Of course it's okay. Of course it is. Thank you for supporting me, especially when you didn't have to. Let's do some readings. Let's see what we got. You're so sweet. Don't worry. You're not doing anything wrong. What do we got coming in for you, Nina? Thank you so much to my guides and Nina's guides for aiding us in this divination. I find thank yous help. I like it. I also just like to thank the universe, you know. Alrighty, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, the 7 of Pentacles. Judgment. And the 2 of Cups. Oh! Hey, I don't know. There's a Queen of Swords coming in. And I like them. I don't know if you're talking to anybody, or if you're interested in talking to somebody, or if you're already in a relationship. Whatever the case may be, there's love coming in. And this love is very replenishing. It's very healing. It is soul-filled. It makes us feel reinvigorated. It wakes us up to the bigger picture. And we feel that we're coming out of, as I mentioned, coming out of a slump. And, you know, the 7 of Pentacles is about patience, is about hard work and consistency. But, you know, if you feel like you've been going through a slump, it usually is an energy of, I am just always running on fumes. I'm constantly just rinsing and repeating this cycle of having to give something my all, and then I'm exhausted, and then I have to heal, and then I give it my all again, and then I'm fucking exhausted, and then I have to heal. And you know, maybe you've been dealing with sickness or depression, you know, stuff like that, but just know we're coming out of it. There's emotional healing happening on the horizon for you. And I mentioned that because of not only the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, but also the Judgment card. You know, Judgment is about a soul awakening. It's about looking at your life thus far and making sense of things, putting puzzle pieces together. It's an epiphany, and we're feeling like we understand what our soul has been trying to tell us. And I feel that that information comes through our relationships. I think this is a specific person just because I had the Queen of Swords at the bottom. You know, this is somebody who's very honest, very straightforward, who's going to tell you what you need to hear when you need to hear it. And their independence and their free thought, you know, the way that they are, you know, aren't afraid to say it like it is a tough love that we really need right now. You may have noticed that you don't like how people just are soft and dancing around subjects. You're gonna meet somebody, or you have somebody in your life who loves you enough to tell you the truth, and it's gonna hit you right in the heart, and it's gonna push you into success. And it's very, very important, though, you know, the Two of Wands is here, that you see it for the love behind it, not the fear, not the shame, not the illusion that they're trying to be mean. It really is the most loving thing that they can do for you. All right, let's see what your soul wants you to know right now. Yeah, what does your soul want you to know? This is my favorite card. I attract this card all the time. Dude, it's everything I was saying, dude. Okay, this is perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. We also have share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. And then we have your life as a canvas. Artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. Now, this is still in the future. This is what we're leading up to. But right now, you're going through a deep reflective period. And it's important that you put the phone down, that you pick up your journal or take some time out in nature and really think about your life thus far and the love behind it, or the true meanings behind it, and your identity, and how you have all this control over who you are and who you want to be. And so what can we do now to live a more purposeful life? I really want to read this for you because, as I mentioned before, it's my favorite. It might mean something. Okay, let's find it. Oh, there it is. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Dude, that's what I was feeling. It might be your mom, it might be like a best friend, but it's someone you're very close to, and I'm telling you, they are having like a really intense conversation with you that you need to hear. And it might be really triggering, you know, it might be like, but there's medicine in this, and I hope that you can see that. Okay, change your perspective and shift your point of view. Zoom out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planets as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe. And the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture. to find common ground, to find compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, and a timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. And there's a soul inquiry or a question to ask yourself to reflect on. How are you being called to change your perspective? Okay, that's what I see. Just know that this is going to push you to success. This is going to inspire you, and you might at first be like, oh no, but as soon as you lean into it and you zoom out and take your ego out of it, all of a sudden you realize that, wow, they're right. I do have all the power. I should be independent. I do deserve to have freedom and to express myself in a way that I need. Okay, it could be an older sister, whoever it is, it's someone very close to you. Alrighty, I'll say that, Nina. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring. Remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Greetings, Teah. Thank you for coming to my stream and supporting me. That's really nice of you. You said, can I get a reading on my career and life goals? Of course. I feel like there has been a lot of darkness around my life right now. Also, I love your stream. So much fun. Thank you, Teah. That's so nice. Let's see what your soul wants you to know right now, and then we'll move into the tarot. I've been really enjoying pulling these for people for these readings I've been doing, and I don't want to stop. So we're gonna see what your soul needs you to know. And thank you for trusting me. As I mentioned before, you don't have to believe in the same things I do, but I hope that the message means something. Okay. What does your spirit want you to know right now? Thank you. Thank you, my team, and thank you, Teah's team. Your life is a canvas. Break the chain. And Star Mother. Oh my goodness. Okay, Teah. I'll tell you this. Have you ever heard of the heroine's journey? I want you to look into that, because I see you exploring I don't like to assume people's gender. Hold on. I was going to like edit that out. Because like I said, I don't like to assume people's lives when it comes to like their gender expression, but you know what? I'm just gonna run with it. So the reason why I brought up the heroine's journey, let's put some cute colors on too, is because there's this really wonderful literature written by a woman who didn't quite resonate with the hero's journey. She found it to be a bit too masculine. She said that modern women experience something very different, and it begins with being born a woman, realizing that they are lesser than, and so they reject femininity. And it can happen in many ways, right? Becoming a tomboy, not wanting to dress a certain way, going against other women, right? And a lot of women don't grow out of that phase where they reject femininity. I'm better than the other girls, or I'm not like them, and those women are awful, not supporting women's rights or wrongs. And not having compassion for femininity, that's something a lot of women get stuck on. But I see you have graduated from that. There's an energy of, I understand my femininity, I understand who I am, I have more control over my expression, not just with gender, but also with the way that I move about my life, and I don't feel afraid to be who I am, and that includes my femininity, but also masculinity. Something you'll also learn about the heroine's journey is that you have to learn how to accept your masculinity as well. But anyways, there's a place on the journey that I feel that you are about to enter, and this is about forgiving your mother. This is about connecting with the mother that is everything, and forgiving all of your ancestors for any kind of generational curse that they have put upon you. So for example, let's say the women that you grew up with were always very harsh or very mean, or you found them to struggle to explain how they feel. Maybe they never got out of accepting their femininity and decided to side with the patriarchy. You know, it's that kind of stuff that I see you exploring and making peace with soon. And you know, maybe you've already made peace with it. It's not it's not, I say it is cyclical, but we go round and round about it in many different ways, and we can pick up one certain thing and then have to digest it throughout the cycle. And this is what I see you doing. I think there are things about you that you have integrated beautifully, but there's one more thing that I see your soul running into, and this is, how can you mother yourself? And the reason I say this is because ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future, the women that came before us, you know, maybe even our ancestors in general, obviously they have done us a lot of good. They're the reason we're alive. But there's also a lot of pain and a lot of trauma, as well as karma, that sometimes we have to clear. And I'm seeing you clearing a lot of it right now in regards to the feminine pain that has been, you know, throughout your family. You know, genuinely loving the girls the way that you needed to be loved as a girl. Loving other women the way you had hoped that your mother or your grandmother, or you know, even the men around you had loved them. And learning how to see yourself in those other women that your family has shamed, and deciding for yourself that the way that they viewed it is not the reality. It's not a reality that I accept. I'm coming out of that cave of illusions and I'm moving into the light, and the light is of compassion for who they are and who you are and how that expresses. Okay, if you're not a woman, I'm so sorry. Just tell me, but that's how I'm interpreting these cards. Another thing that you may encounter is if you're in a field where there's a lot of men, or if you're in a field that, like, maybe your ancestors or, you know, the people you grew up with could never do because of who they are, because they were born a woman, you exploring that path inadvertently is breaking that chain as well. And so just know that your family is very, very proud of you. Your family on the other side, you're genuinely different from them, and you're a success story in your lineage. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. all right, let's see what we got coming in. Judgment card. There's a moment where you're going to connect with your soul coming in soon, and it's going to give you a lot of clarity about who you are and what the next step is for you. Look at that, the Eight of Pentacles, especially when it comes to career, when it comes to what it is that you're endeavoring. Okay, so it could be projects, it could be schooling. Once again, I don't know your life. Like to pretend, but I can read energy pretty well, and I just know, I mean this, I see you having more of a spiritual connection with who you are. And the Ace of Swords says that you, instead of running away from it, you're wielding that knowledge with truth and with strength. And it's giving you more motivation in the work that you do and realizing the impact that you have on your community. And this makes you a master of your work, by the way. Now, your challenge is the Chariot card. Just know you're already on the path to success, even when you do not feel like it. And your advice is the Princess of Pentacles, to invest in new things. You know, new things that excite you. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to light you up. It just has to spark you up. You know, notice how Judgment, it's an epiphany moment. It's listening to your soul. It's listening to your truth and your passion. And the Ace of Swords is like, oh, that's what I should do. Now your only advice right now, and I already see you doing it, is actually planting those seeds, planting that garden and tending to it. Okay, that's what I see. I hope that you like that. You're a very smart person. You even came up here. And remember that you are never alone, and you are loved. Thank you again. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.